these scary nights, but have you ever stopped to wonder what's behind the scenes at these frighteningly fun attractions?
Erebus Haunted Attraction is one of the most well-known haunted houses in Michigan and in the nation. They're doing something new to show how their monsters are made.
Hey, April.
April
Ooh,
is
okay?
with us.
You need us to come and get you? That's scary.
Hey guys,
She is
he's
in
my
her
new
element.
friend. I think I'm going to name him Charlie. You know, this is like right up my alley, right? So he looks so realistic, doesn't he? But of course, as we know, he's not. So he's attracted to, he's attached to this contraption here. And these are just some of the things you're going to see when you come here to Erebus. And talking to me about their new behind the scenes Making of the Monster documentary is owner Ed Erebus. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is really exciting. It's kind of a little bittersweet for me because I like to be frightened with things, but this kind of gives people just kind of a behind the scenes of how you guys make these monsters.
It's kind of like an introduction to haunted houses. There's a lot of people out there that their imaginations are way bigger than I can possibly be scary. But if they come on through, they can kind of see how we make things. They can see how we, work that animatronic puppetry. They can see the decorations. They can kind of understand that, the bodies in here are rubber. They're not real,
Yeah.
But it also allows them to kind of get a little sense of security. But then there's a lot of things that once we bring in the actors, bring in the sounds, bring in all the effects, that, other things start coming to life too.
Right. I think it's really cool because, we know that it's not real, but at the same time, it looks so real and it's really frightening and scary. But this kind of gives people an idea of how you put this all together. And so when people are walking through, they're going to see these screens. Explain to me exactly what this says here.
We have approximately about 42 flat screen TVs throughout the haunted house. And that show, talks about our history, talks about how we make things, talks about, facts and fictions, a little bit of everything, and kind of gives you an idea of what's going on within the haunted house. Okay. So that way there, it kind of like we have an AI that's up here talking to you the whole way through and kind of like guiding you through the whole haunted house.
That's really cool. And so with this behind the scenes tour, tell me exactly what are people going to see?
People are going to see it right from the beginning, but they'll also learn about our history. We've been doing this now for 44 years. We started in a haunted house in 1981 at $1.50.
Wow.
And then went to trailers, and after went to bigger trailers, and the trailers were 14 feet by 70 foot, and they ended up being, we ran that for 7 years, but it got real expensive to move those. We said we could buy a building for the cost of all this stuff. So here we are, 44 years later in this building. We went from $1.50 to 100,000 square feet to getting the Guinness Book of World Records in 2005. We had that for 5 years. Now the haunted house is over a half-mile walk inside the building.
That's really impressive. And I'm sure, guests and people will appreciate that you are taking them behind the scenes and kind of spilling your secrets.
Some secrets. We're not showing you everything, but you know what? We're kind of giving you a heads up of what kind of goes on and what to kind of to expect. But when you're coming through with all the actors in the evening, there's some things that you're not going to see coming at you.
I'm sure, and those are the type of things that I love. I don't know about anyone back at the studio, but I love things like that. And like you said, you've been doing this for 44 years. That is amazing. And we're going to talk about that history. We're going to talk about how you all are literally scaring people out of their shoes. Okay, you guys got to stay tuned for this because, when I say out of their shoes, I mean that literally. So we're going to have that for you during our next break.
Oh, my goodness, April, the fact that you were giggling, I was like, she is into this. I love that for you.
Look, in front of it.
When that first ghoul had his head near you, I really got nervous for a second there. So I'm glad you're having a good time, April. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit.
And be me.
Right.
Bye, April.
All right.